Moshi und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Is the Final Chapter. Nein, Is the Memories of Celceta. The Final Chapter war Is 2. Wir machen jetzt weiter wunderschön im Nest der Ruß, wo es eben geendet hat. Jetzt sind wir hier und Nina empfängt uns gleich. Nina, what's the situation in the temple? Now, the best chance we've got. There's no one around. Those mass division soldiers are suddenly came their sense. When that Leo guy came and took them away. Sounds like Burmese defeat did more than just free remnants. And Leo actually made himself useful too. Didn't see that coming. He's not exactly the model soldier, but it's obvious he means well and really wants to help whenever I can. And to think until recently couldn't get rid of him fast enough. Time's wasting it all. We're almost there. The Temple of the Sun. It's almost surreal that we're actually going in there. Hat ja auch nicht lang genug gedauert. Kann ruhig noch länger dauern, ne? Gotta be kidding me. I see that everyone is here. King Lefans! The Black-Winged One is still inside the temple by all appearances. Completing the ritual to activate the Akashic records requires a significant amount of time. I assume he is presently focused on that. Come to think of it, whatever happened to Gruda? I'm afraid I cannot say. We should remain on guard. He's not a foe to be underestimated. So, we've been focused to getting inside the temple. We haven't really had time to think about this. But how exactly are we supposed to stop Lord Eldian anyway? Oh dear, are you starting to get scared, Dorn? Afraid we won't be able to finish what we started? Doing scared catty, doing scared catty. Oh, come on. I'm sure that thought crossed your mind too by now. I agree. It would be unwise to challenge him unprepared. As it stands, there's a little chance of Eldi returning to his former self. What? There's no need to panic. The key to subduing him lies in the Mask of the Moon. All through its effects will be temporary. The Mask of the Moon has the ability to seal the Black-Winged One's power. Eldiel designed it with such function himself. So how does it work? You will have to force the mask onto him. It will be no easy task, but it's the only way. If successful, Eldiel will be returned to his normal self, albeit only for a short time. During that time, we can retake the Mask of the Sun, and he won't be able to use the Akashic records for nefarious ends. So we may be able to stop the records from being misused? At the very least. And that's definitely our primacy concern. But when you say Lord Eldiel would only return to normal for a short period of time. Lisa. We must speak with Eldiel once he is consent again. Then perhaps we can find another way. For now it's best if you not overthink the situation. Concentrate only on what must be done. Yes. First things first. We have a door to open, right? We do. But the question is, who should do the honors? I think we all know the answer to that. Yep. Indeed. No options here.
Indeed.
No here. Well, if Frida says so. I have no objections either. All this started when you came to Celceta, all.
Yes.
This crisis would have occurred sooner or later, whether you had visited this land or not. But if you're not If not for you, I don't think we'd have met one another like this, nor would we be so close to resolving the matter now. Adult's definitely been the clue that's held us all together during this journey. Yep, Adol, you're the man. If anyone going to open his ancient temple, it's gotta be you. You were the one Lord Eldil chose to summon to his tower during these trying times, after all. It would seem you have been chosen by destiny to aid this land in its time of need, adult Christian. Therefore, I would ask that you don the mask now and stand before the temple door. It opened. What awaits us inside, beyond all imagining. It's finally happening that time has come. Don't worry, Lisa. We will bring out Eldil home safety. I know you will. Let's go, Adol! Oh, Lisa kommt mit. Oh nein. Temple of the Sun. Ein riesiger Tempel. It's so quiet in here. I would suspect no one else around. This area was once used as an audience chamber. The Black-Winged One is in the room beyond here, where the Akashic records are stored. We must hurry, Adol. Our time grows even shorter. Die ganze Zeit lang hat er die Akashic Records nicht gefunden, oder was? Will der mir das gerade damit sagen? Das wäre ja wohl mehr als lächerlich. You again. Do you neither tire of trying to interfere, red-haired swordman? And as for you... Loathsome King of Celceta, who has kept me sealed away for all these centuries? What brings you crawling back after all this time? Black-Winged One. What a curious question you ask. Why else would I be here than to have you return the Mask of the Sun and the Akashic Records? Wait, that huge round thing is the Akashic Records? I was thinking to be... The Akashic Records contain laws that construct the world around us, as well as all that has been or ever will be. And the path of every being will take man a godlike. Such an imaginable volume of information could not possibly be stored in a mere book. And yet, despite possessing something so powerful, the White-Winged One did little with it. Truly a fool. How dare you! Lord Eldil, he... Calm down, Lisa. I'm sorry, Adol, I just... So, what are you planning to doing with it? I use it to bring natural disasters upon the whole European continent, the likes of which the world has never seen before. Earthquakes, floods, firestorms, plagues, disasters of such scale that they eradicate humanity from the land of forever. Can he really do something like that? I'm afraid so. The Mask of the Sun allows its wearer to alter the Akashic Records. If a wearer so desires, the records would our world and the people within can be overwritten, at least partly. You've got to be kidding! Why would you wish to do such a thing? Humans are sinful creatures, yes, but we cannot accept that such a fate is inevitable, nor even deserved. You know why I'm doing it. Because it's an act befitting a god. You trying to tell us that whipped out humanity is something a god's supposed to do? There's no way that...
How pathetic.
I've wasted enough time talking to you feeble creatures. At least act like humans in your final moments and kneel before me. The mask! Blackwing God Aldio. The time of explosions is over. To mark this moment of becoming a true god, I shall bury you with my own hands. Consider yourself fortunate to be permitted such an honor. It seems we have no choice at all. You will have to seek an opening while fighting him. Be on your guard! Alter! Ich will auch gar nicht entkommen. Das ist aber garantiert noch nicht. Wobei man muss bedenken, ich habe eine extrem geile Waffe gerade, die extrem gut Damage macht, also von daher. Und eine verdammt geile Rüstung. Muss man einfach mal sagen. Shit, wir haben es nicht rechtzeitig geschafft. Boah, fuck! Nochmal treffen darf uns das nicht. Aber nochmal wird es dazu wahrscheinlich gar nicht kommen. Arc Strike! Burn in hell, LDL! Wow, der ist stärker als ich dachte. Denkst du dir so, Freundchen? By a mere human. Ja, richtig, Freundchen. A mere human. Did we win? Very good. What? Lisa, look! I see it. His hair, his wings! It appears we have our chance to speak with the true Aldir. Yeah, and all, quickly! Hand me the Mask of the Moon! Adol gave the Mask of the Moon to Aldir. Now, I should be able to remain in this persona for a while.
Oh dear.
When I created this mask, I had no idea it would be used quite like this. Maybe I should have designed it to look a little more appealing. My! Well, the ending was a little anticlimactic, but I'm glad everything worked out. I'm overjoyed to see that you all made it here safely, and I'm sorry for worrying you, Lisa and Kalilika. As for you, Adol, I've no doubt caused you no end of trouble. And it has been a quite while, my dear friend. 800 years, I believe. Thank you for stealing away the Black Winged One all those centuries ago. All through I could never have imagined that you'd continue to keep it sealed away for so long. That wasn't what we agreed on, but at this point I'm just glad to see you're safe. Everything is thanks to Adol and his friends. Still, it does not seem we have the luxury of time and reminiscing about the past. You're correct, we don't. King Lefans, would it be possible for me to seal away the other Lord Eldiel the same way you did? If there's anything I can possibly do to help. Lisa. I appreciate the sentiment, but it is not my wish to seal him away at the expense of someone else's life. I never hope to see that happen again. Long ago, I believed that he was a completely separate being who had manifested within me. However, a time passed, I came to realize that he is as much a part of me as the one you see before you now.
What do you mean?
I've long believed that keeping harmony in the world by carefully meting out knowledge was my duty, and I did so as such. But at some point I began to doubt whether giving knowledge to people in this manner was the right thing to do. Those doubts constantly grew within me, even eventually coming together and taking form. And that is the black-winged one who stood before you earlier.
That can't be true.
On the surface, he may seem to be the embodiment of cruelty, simply existing to inflict destruction upon the world. But he believes that by overcoming the great ordeals placed before them, people can develop on their own. Looking back upon history, if it is true that people become stronger through overcoming adversity. And as a result, people learn to think and walk for themselves without aid of gods. In the sense, the black-winged one was born just as much out of love with humanity as I. I had no idea. So it seems even God is imperfect. How disappointing. Gruda. Gruda! How is Lord Eldiel imperfect for showing concern? You hadn't noticed? The black-winged one didn't use the power of a Mask of the Sun in your battle at all.
Now that you mention it,
he didn't. Such a careless error. But now, I have a chance to see my true desire realized. I wish to see how humanity reacts when faced with cruel, cold despair, greater even than the ordeals of a god.
What are you saying?
Why I suppose the Black-Winged One and the new generation of Darklings who mourn this world. And yet, this god here has proven quite useless to the end.
Gruda, you...
A perfect ordeal can only be exhausted. A perfect ordeal can only be executed by one who bears perfect malice. In other words, humanity himself. If it's the duty of a god to challenge humanity, then truly it is a duty most befitting a human.
The Mask of the Sun!
When did he acquire that? No, how? Oh Gott, das wird nicht gut enden.
He's gone.
Where did he go? I dare not even say it, but I fear that exactly what he did. He has entered Iris.
Iris?
The place where the contents of the Akashic records are stored. They take the form of a spiritual light and copy another world where they can typically be neither seen nor touched. And that world of records is known by the name Iris.
And that's where you suspect Gruda has gone?
It's the only logical conclusion. The Mask of the Sun was originally made to allow its wearer to enter Iris and change the records stored within. I fear that Gruda is going to bring about disaster in the real world by manipulating the records directly. He's just keeping sinking lower and lower. He's even more brazen than the other Lord Eldiel. We cannot allow him to have this his way.
But what are we supposed to do?
800 years ago, the Black-Winged One entered Iris much like Gruda has now. I followed him and sealed him away. With time, however, the seal weakened and he managed to break free. I see, so that means we can follow him inside then? Indeed. I will secure the route using the Mask of the Moon. That should grant you access. Thanks. Glad to have someone like you on our side. I will join Ardo and the others within the world of records. I should be able to guide you through its depths at very least.
Thank you, King Lefans. Lord Eldiel,
I'm afraid Solgaba's mass may be too much for me to transfer inside. Could I ask you to remain here and support me?
Yes, of course.
We have to hurry at all. The Black-Winged One is not sealed away forever. With sufficient time passes, he will begin to rematch. Okay, let's going then. Remarkable. There's not an ounce of hesitation on your face. You almost make me understand the Black-Winged One's perspective. You represent the capability and ingenuity of humanity. I will open the gates to Iris. Thank you, my friend.
Is that it?
This is the gate, yes. And all, best of luck to you in there. Be very careful and Godspeed. Und hier würde ich sagen, machen wir kurz einen kleinen Break, ansonsten wird der Part zu lang. Großschampfbewusstsein, bis gleich haut rein zum Finale in Iris.